Hey guys, and welcome back to Legomaster627's Creations! So today it is Wednesday, August 21st, 2024. And today marks 5 years since this very world was created. And also the start of the series. And wow, I can't believe it's been that long. I didn't think I'd keep up with this world for that long. Because if you remember in the early years, this world didn't really get that much attention within like its first year. It didn't really get too much attention. Then as the years went on, I kept paying more and more attention to it. Not as much as say Lego Island, obviously, or the labs in the backyard, but hey, I at least tried to get in here at least once a week every time for like the whole year each time. And hey, we are still doing it to this very day. For those curious, this world was originally created in celebration of the 3-year anniversary since I started making Minecraft videos on this very channel. That also means it's been 8 years since my first ever Minecraft video on this channel, as it states right here. Anyway, we have a huge anniversary party to showcase, and arguably, this is probably going to be the biggest one of them all. You thought the third anniversary party 2 years ago was insane? I claimed it to be the biggest one of all time. No. I think we just broke the record for the biggest anniversary party of all time. Let's just say the entire world is decorated this time, unlike the third anniversary, where some rooms weren't. No. This time, everywhere is updated. And I mean everywhere this time. It is way bigger than the 4th anniversary, I can assure you that. But what else are we still standing here for? Let's get into the tour. Let's obviously start off by picking up the 5th anniversary hat. Let's put it on and finally replace the summer hat after over a month. There we go. And this is what it looks like. It is a purple and blue hat, as you can see. Some of these things are left over from a previous Season 8 episode for the bigger of the series. But we will get back to that very soon, as Rose Crystal just went back to college. Regardless, we'll get back to that soon. I will put this right here. I think I have this archived. I'll keep that in there just in case I don't. And I'll go archive that later if I haven't already, the summer hat. Anyway, as you can see, we have the 5th anniversary cake, the one that we created in the last episode. But the difference this time is that now the hat's here alongside a yearbook. Let's go ahead and read the yearbook, 2023 to 2024. Wow, 5 years of Legomaster627's creations? I can't believe we made it this far in this very world. Let's take a look back at what was created from August 2023 through August 2024. August 21st, 2023. 200th episode and 4th anniversary cake. That's right, because this also has been exactly a year since we hit 200 episodes. And what a coincidence that we now officially hit the halfway point of the 200s exactly a year later. As this is episode 250 that this party is being showcased. August 28th, 2023. The 2014 village created, the first thing I ever created on the PC version of Minecraft. September 4th, 2023, which was also Labor Day at the time, the Village Hotel was created. September 11th, 2023, my 2014 house was created. September 18th, 2023, the Wilderness campsite from that same world that the village was in was created. October 9th, 2023, Graveyard created. October 30th through November 6th, as this actually got delayed by a week. But a haunted house was created. November 13th, 2023, the Lab of Doom HQ. November 27th, 2023, the Zola's Lab 2 300th episode cake was created. December 11th, 2023, the map of this very world was created that you can see in the middle of the world. January 15th, 2024, Zola's Lab 9th anniversary cake created. January 26, 2024, which was the only thing to not be created on a Monday, I think, this entire year. The 1,000 subscribers statue created. And this was because back when I hit 1,000 subscribers, on the very day, actually, February 5th/11th. This got actually delayed by 6 days, so never mind. This was the second creation in a row not to be on a Monday. The Club Penguin Journey 1st anniversary cake created. And then we had a massive gap because if you guys recall, this world got shut down for a few months. So June 10th, 2024, Evil Cluck statue. June 24th, 2024, Legos Island's 7th anniversary cake. July 15th, 2024, lodge, office, and hotel was created, and this was when we were starting the Sand Village. July 22nd, 2024, the town was created. July 29th, 2024, the plaza was created. August 5th, 2024 was Emperor's House. August 12th, 2024, the Wilderness was created. And on August 19th, 2024, in the previous episode, the 5th anniversary cake was created. Now we go to the events, such as Legomaster627's Creations 4th anniversary plus 200th episode from August 21st through the 28th. Labor Day 2023 was from September 4th through the 11th. The Celebration of Fall 2023 was from September 25th through October 9th. Halloween 2023 was from October 23rd through November 6th. The Winter Party 2018 remake was from November 20th through the 27th. The Thanksgiving 2023 event was from November 23rd through the 27th. Christmas 2023 was from December 18th to January 1st. New Year's 2024 was from January 1st to the 8th. The 1,000 subscribers party was from January 26th through the 29th. Valentine's Day 2024 was from February 12th through the 17th. It was supposed to end on the 19th, but unfortunately we lost access to the world at the time. And that's where the massive gap comes in. Welcome back plus Memorial Day Party 2024. May 27th to June 3rd. Now, actually, I just realized I made this book a few days beforehand, and I realized the Bigger the Series Farewell Celebration isn't in here, so yeah, it took me like a day or two to realize that. Anyway, it started on May 30th, and I think it's still ongoing to this very day, so I guess we don't need to really count that since it's still ongoing. 4th of July 2024 was from July 1st through the 8th. Summer 2024, the most recent event, July 8th to August 21st. And then August 21st, 2024 was the 5th anniversary. Well, that was certainly an interesting 5th year. Nearly half the year was empty. Here's to a full 6th year of creations by Legomaster627, aka myself. Yeah, remember we lost access to this world from mid-February to mid-May, so yeah, we lost some parts of the year. That's why some things were created later than normal. So that book's slightly shorter than normal. Anyway, with that out of the way, this book is already in the library, so you will see that later when we tour the library. Now, there is one more thing we need to do before showcasing this party. It's that time again. It's time for another sword upgrade. And we've gone through literally every single sword in the game except for one. Diamonds! That's right! The diamond sword is the only sword we have still not gone through in this entire world. Now, what I'm going to do is place this here. So, now, well, I think this might actually be the last sword upgrade we get. This might be the permanent sword from now on, because, well, we've now officially gone through all the swords released in the game. So, not gonna lie though, it feels weird having a diamond sword here after 5 years. The perfect way to celebrate 5 years, since the majority of this party happens to be diamond in the first place. As you can see, it is equipped with the following enchantments. A few more compared to the previous year. Now let's get into the party. Wait a second, I can't do that until we do the cats. Please get all 4. God dang it! Heck yeah! We got all 5 of them! Let's frickin' go! Let's officially tour this party. So as you guys can see, the water park entrance has the 5th anniversary cake on it. But as you may notice, it also has a ton of other cakes as well, which is actually really freaking cool. 1 second! That makes way more sense. So we have the 5th anniversary party from August 21st through the 26th. So it's only a 5-day party. So it'll end on Monday by the time the next episode occurs. So anyway, back to the point. This is how it looks. It honestly looks really, really nice. We have cakes all over the place. And honestly, this looks so freaking cool. Honestly, this is only just the beginning. And boy, let me just say, there are so many items in this party. You have no idea how many items there truly are in this party. Like, oh my god, you really don't understand. Anyway, this is how it looks. It honestly looks so freaking cool. Of course, unlike the last one, there is no sand around here. That's because there was no sand covering up the whole world during the summer party, so there was no need to do that. Let's head up to the treehouse, which, as you can see, is obviously decorated with both colors in mind, being purple and blue. Mainly amethyst and diamond. So, that is super freaking cool. Anyway, this is how it looks. It looks very, very nice. And yeah, obviously the summer hat's been removed after over a month. Sorry, I'm still used to having that in June. Yeah, I keep forgetting it got delayed by like a month, just like the previous year. Anyway, this is how it looks. It honestly looks really, really nice up here. And in here also looks very nice as well. There's no cakes in here though. I think unlike previous years, I guess just never added them. Oh well, this place already looks good enough without them. But it feels weird though. It feels weird. Anyway, let's head on to, of course, my bedroom. Which, of course, is up here. But yeah, look at all the decorations. And of course... Okay, so this is the only other room to not have any cakes. Okay. Again, that's completely fine. I think this room's already good enough. I mean, can you blame me? Look how cool this looks. This actually looks awesome. No, like, this actually looks really, really freaking cool. Anyway... Now that we got the treehouse over with, let's go ahead and make our way over to here, which, as you can see, is decorated, and the map is, of course, updated like always. And as you can see, it has literally everywhere updated, and boy, you really don't understand how much went into this. Like, bro, it is absolutely insane the amount of things that went in here. But... that's the map update for you guys. This actually looks really freaking awesome. And you guys are truly going to love this. Anyway. This is how it looks over here. Here's the Planet World Pet Cemetery. It looks very, very nice. We have it all decorated over here with so many cakes around here. Like, good lord, that is a lot of cakes. And over here is updated too. Looks very, very nice over here. And, oh, right, let's showcase over here before we get to the cruise ship. Before I forget. In here, as you guys can see, is updated with a number 5 on the floor, but also with just some banners. Heading up here, there are even more decorations, with mainly just more banners and streamers, just to be exact. And this is what it looks like in here. It actually looks really nice. I'm gonna be quite honest. Looks very nice in here, if I'm gonna be honest. There's not too much to say, so I'm actually just gonna get out of here now. There's no cakes in here, surprisingly. Okay, so there's some rooms that don't have any cakes in them, but that's completely fine. Not everywhere needs to have any. Now, let's head over to the cruise ship, the mini cruise ship. Or just a small cruise ship. Yeah, it's called the small cruise ship. None of these rooms in here are updated, so we will just pass by them. However, up here is updated, which looks like this. It actually looks really nice. There's no banners up here, though. Anyway, that's fine. It already looks great without them. Anyway, this is how the small cruise ship looks. It actually looks really, really nice. And yeah, I remember we made this for 3 years of cruise vlogs. Dear God, it's been forever since I've made those. Who knows if that's ever going to be a reality again. Maybe one day. Anyway, what we are going to do now is go ahead and, well, we are going to go ahead and showcase the Planet World Village. Now, why the Planet World Village specifically next? Well, let's be honest though. Let's showcase these in the order of the worlds that I created them, for no reason at all. Plus, the Planet World Village was technically the first thing I technically made it. Well, technically it was the lighthouse, which will explain why it looks like that later. I will explain why the lighthouse looks like that later. Because there's actually intentions and reasons behind why it looks like that. Before we do, though, let's showcase the rest of the village first before I get into that. So, as you can see, this is how it looks. And, yeah, looks very nice. Nothing on the inside outside of the pillars being updated. And in here, looks like this as well. Looks very, very nice. And yeah, we just have a ton of cakes around here. That's really all this is. It's just a ton of cakes. Over here, in this house in particular, we have this, which also looks very amazing. I know it's very, very, very jam-packed in here for just a tiny little house. Maybe I could have just toned it down slightly a bit, and that's probably what I should have done. Let's go ahead and head in here next. Now, this is much better. Where did everybody go? I hear them, but where the heck is everybody? Are they out there? I hear them. Okay, that's weird. Anyway, back to the point. Just got curious for a second. Oh, there's Whiskers. Okay, he just teleported here out of freaking nowhere. Oh, so now everybody's showing up. Anyway, this is what the house looks like. It is not as crammed in compared to the last one we saw. We have the library over here. I think I just saw another cat. And remember how I said we would be seeing the 4th anniversary yearbook later? See? There it is. Told ya. Yep, we would be seeing that later. This is how it looks. Okay, Stripes is in here. Pretty cool. Anyway. Oh, and Peter's here too. Nice. This is how it looks. It looks very, very cool. Honestly, a very nice room. Let's go to the blacksmith area first. Save the work shed for last. There we go. Wait. I think there's actually supposed to be an anvil here. I actually watched back recent footage. Much better! I watched back recent footage lately, and I just remembered there was supposed to be an anvil here this whole time. Oh, wow. Anyway, this is what it looks like. It looks very, very nice. And this also looks very nice as well. I also really do like... Whoa! It took me until now to realize that. Okay. I'm not kidding, guys. It literally took me until now to actually finally realize that that was still there. Let me just relight this real quick. Sorry about that. Much better. Anyway. It took me literally till now to realize that that was still there. Kind of common tradition that there is at least some things I have to fix. Anyway, the work shed looks like this, at least on the outside. We have a number 5 made out of amethyst and diamond right here, at least the amethyst in the background, and the 5 made out of diamond. But this is what it looks like on the outside, which is actually really freaking cool. So, as you guys can see, this is what it looks like on the inside of the work shed, which actually looks really freaking cool. And, okay, so nothing in here, but that's completely fine. Although I think there was some stuff in previous years, but it doesn't matter. But I made sure to decorate everywhere. You'll notice that everywhere is decorated once we get down to it. And that's it for the work shed. So, let's move on to the next area. I'll get to the lighthouse later. There's a reason behind why I still haven't gotten to it yet. Anyway, the Action World series is next, as it's, I think, the second world I made in this entire world, at least the second one to be recreated from a different world. As you can see, this is decorated, which also looks like this. You'll notice how the entire Action World series, or the Action World itself, looks like this. And by the way, this is where our next item is, the 5th anniversary banner. Let's go ahead and put that on. And that is how it looks. Well, we can see it all over the party, but that's how it looks on my hand. Looks like this, though, the overall place. We have a number 5 right here, and going into the cabin itself, it looks like this, which also looks really freaking cool. So, what do you guys think? This actually looks really awesome. And yeah, the cakes also do look pretty cool. Hey, Winter. The other side of the cabin, as you can see, looks like this. Looks really, really nice. Anyway, moving on. We have the hotel over here. Let's see if we can get everybody in here by chance. That'd be nice. No? Okay, I guess we're only getting Stripe in here, I guess. That's cool. Hey, as long as all the cats are featured here, I'm good. Anyway, this is what the hotel looks like, at least on the first floor, that is. Looks very, very nice. Oh, no, okay, so never mind. Everybody's appearing now. Okay, just took a few minutes. Anyway, this is what it looks like. It looks very, very nice down here. And the basement has technically nothing as of right now. But do bear in mind that there will be decorations going down here later after the party's conclusion, as this is normally where all the anniversary decorations are stored after the event of a said party. Much better. Now, let's head upstairs, because that's our next location. You'll notice how there's actually banners as we go up the elevator, and that's also the same thing up here as well. Heading up here, you'll also notice that there's a ton of banners as well. And, well, guess there's nothing here, but that's completely fine. But I am not afraid to add some, though. Much better. Now it actually feels good. Oh, nah, there's PETA. So everyone's just appearing as we go around. Actually, you know what? Frick it, let's just go here. I mean, I don't have to showcase them in a specific order anyway. This is how it looks. It looks very, very nice in here. The bed also looks really nice. And same goes for the other side as well, because as you can see, it also looks like this too. Looks extremely cool. Anyway, that's it for the hotel. As for the rest of the Action World series, it looks like this. It actually looks really cool. There's no other items around here except for the 5th anniversary banner. And for some reason, this is still here after over a year. I don't get why I still have it empty, that's. Oh well. I'll get to that madness later. Sorry, I'm purposely saving it for a nice segment in the video later. Because it's actually really interesting. Anyway, this is how it looks. Looks very, very nice around here. Hope you guys love it. This all looks genuinely amazing. And yeah, anyway, over here is also decorated, which also looks very nice. And that's it for the Action World series. Heading into the blacksmith shop, as you can see, there are a ton of 5th anniversary decorations in here as well. Mainly just banners, to be exact. The same can also be said for the pet cemetery from Lego's Island, which also mainly looks like this, which is also very, very cool. The wilderness is also updated back there, but we'll get to that later. It's also extremely rare to see the wilderness updated. But like I said, basically everywhere is updated in this party, so I had no choice. Heading up here, it also looks like this as well, which actually looks extremely cool. No, seriously, this looks freaking amazing. Like, wow. Did not expect it to look this good. Not gonna lie though, looks epic. Next up is the coffee shop, which looks like this. It's mostly just more 5th anniversary decorations. Just for the record, there are no items in any of these rooms, so that's why we're also going through them rather quickly. So, yeah, just thought I'd also clear that up. That's why we're going through some of these extremely quick, because there's also no items in these rooms. But, yeah, anyway. With all of that being said, that is a very, very nice coffee shop design. Next up is the library, which also is decorated like this, which is actually really freaking cool. Yeah, this actually looks really nice, if I'm gonna be honest, and that's really all there is to say. It's a really small room, so what do I expect? Next up is the first village house. There's not much to say in here, so we are not gonna be in here long, but as you can see, this is how it looks. It honestly looks really nice as well. Honestly, I think purple and blue actually go together really well for this occasion. Next up is the second village house from Lego's Island, which looks like this, by the way. Also looks really nice as well. So, yeah. Still though, I think the color scheme actually looks really well together. And it just looks really, really nice. Next up is the Lego's Island clothes shop, and it looks like this, which is actually really freaking cool. And yeah. Anyway, also looks really nice. There's nothing in here, because there probably never will be any catalogs in this world whatsoever. Just like there isn't one for the backyard, because there's no point. Because we mainly just create things here. Unlike the 3 other worlds where there's actually, like, mainline events that require them. We don't create things there all the time, unlike Lego's Island. Anyway, that's off topic. As you can see, though, this is what it looks like. It looks very, very nice. This room honestly does look really freaking nice. Honestly, I did not need to make it look this good. But if I'm going to be quite honest, I'm glad I did. Next up is the Lego's Island Lodge, which is how it looks here. This is how it looks here. It actually looks really, really cool here, too. Mainly just more 5th anniversary decorations. Of course. Anyway, moving on up here, even more decorations are up here as well. Which is really, really nice. Truly think I did a good job with this party, I think, so far. Comment down below. Because honestly, this party actually does look really freaking awesome. And even up here, yeah, even up here, man. All up here is decorated too, with you being able to see a lot of stuff in the background. Anyway, this is how it looks up here. Looks very, very nice. And of course, we got one more place here in the Lego's Island segment of the world. The event room, which we were just here 2 episodes ago. So, anyway, this is how it looks. Looks very well decorated. Only half the room's updated, mainly because of the events here. Anyway, still looks cool. Still looks like a very cool room regardless. You know, surprisingly, with these being diamond walls, these actually still look really good. Despite it being, you know, being able to blend in and all that, it actually still looks really nice, even if it does blend in slightly. But, you know what? Still looks really good, actually. Next up is the Lego's Island Wilderness, which rarely gets updated. Like, very rarely. So this is a nice surprise to see. As you can see, there's not too much here, so I'm actually not going to be here too long, because this place barely gets updated nowadays. So that's why we're not going to be here that long. As you can see, it looks very heavily decorated, as you can actually clearly see. I'm glad that everybody's still following me, by the way. That's very good, because, you know, they all deserve to be a part of this tour. Yeah, still looks very nice to see everything in a perspective. And this is what it looks like here, too. It looks very, very, very nice. Yeah, honestly, everything looks really cool here. And yeah, what do you guys think so far? Honestly, yeah, the Lego's Island Wilderness actually looks really freaking cool. And well, there's not much else to say for that, so let's move on. The beach house is also updated, which as you can see looks like this, with even more decorations. Looks very, very nice in here, if I'm not gonna lie. I am personally not gonna lie, it looks very, very nice in here. And of course, that obviously also means that up here is also decorated, but not too much compared to downstairs. There are still some decorations up here, which is very, very cool and very nice. With all that being said, there's not too much to say for this, other than the room honestly looks amazing. The same can also be said for the Melon Paradise house, which looks like this. Also looks freaking amazing. There's not too many decorations in here, mainly just banners and a few cakes. But to be quite honest though, that's really all it needs to be in here. Scratch that, this looks way better. And that, yeah, room looks honestly really cool. I'm gonna be quite honest. Yeah, honestly, that looks way better than what I just had. Next up is the recreated version of my old house. Heading inside, it looks like this, which actually looks really freaking cool. Honestly, yeah, this actually looks freaking amazing. And boy, this actually looks awesome. Like, bro, the amount of detail that goes into all of this. As you can see, I am truly not kidding when I said that literally everywhere is decorated. Because, bro, it is freaking everywhere. Wait. There's supposed to be a light in here. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah. There's supposed to be a light in here. Why is there no light here? That's odd. Anyway, this is what it looks like. It looks very, very nice. And very heavily decorated, by the way. Yeah, honestly, this looks honestly amazing. And yeah, not too much to say. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and go upstairs. You'll notice the hallway is decorated too. Looks very nice. The classroom is updated. Sorry, I had to change the date on the board because it was still the one from the previous episode. That came up here once, after that. Anyway, 5th anniversary themed classroom. As you'll notice, it has all colored candles for each anniversary. We have the blue for the 1st anniversary, green for the 2nd anniversary, red for the 3rd anniversary, cyan for the 4th anniversary, and purple for the 5th anniversary. That is honestly freaking clever. Like, holy frick. That is probably freaking genius, if I do say so myself, if I'm gonna be quite honest. Like, first off, that is clever, honestly. And yeah, this is what it looks like though in here. It honestly looks very, very nice in here. I truly do like how this looks. And this does say, Happy 5th Anniversary Legomaster627's Creations, which is very, very, very nice. Let's head in here, and this is what it looks like in here. Looks very nice. Just a ton of banners in here. And same goes for in here. It's mainly just banners. So, if I do say so myself. Oh, I think. Yes, there are some banners in here. Okay, cool. Yeah, looks very nice in here. And the office also got updated too. Looks very, very nice. Anyway, here is updated too. Looks very, very nice. And even in here, we got some cakes in here. Nice. And there's not much to say about this one. So, we are going to continue on. Rose Crystal's room is updated, which, as you can see, looks like this. Not too much in here, though, but still looks really nice. Lastly is my room, which looks like this. Honestly, looks really freaking cool. Yeah, honestly, the detail in here is honestly amazing. What do you guys personally think? Next up, if we head down here, this hallway is also updated. And in here is also updated with mainly just one banner. We'll get to the one eye in a minute. The laundry room here is updated as well. Very nice. And yeah, anyway, we're not gonna head out to the garage because it's actually saved for something later. The lanai, however, is updated, and we're not gonna go out to the backyard as I also want to save it for something really special later. All that being said, this is how it looks. What do you guys think? Yep, this is the lanai for the 5th anniversary party. Looks very nice. And you know what? I just realized I actually kind of want to light the fire here. But I want to do something a little more creative with it. Where the heck is soul sand? Soil will work. Yes! Yes! That actually looks really good. I'm gonna be quite honest with all of you. That actually looks really freaking good. Oh man. Anyway, in seriousness, one major detail though, you may notice the apples on the barrel have been replaced with cakes, which is actually very clever if I'm gonna be quite honest. Outside of that, outside of how cool the fire honestly looks, that honestly looks freaking clever. Either way, outside of that, that's mainly it for the lanai. There is nothing else to really be seen here because, well, we've practically completed the house outside of right here, though. Like, over here is, like, the last place. Like, that still has no decorations shown. In there, I will get to later. And out here, this is also what it looks like. Mainly the outside, and you'll know what the shutters mean later. Next up is the current backyard, as this has nothing to do with what I'm going to tell you later. It's mainly just more 5th anniversary decorations. And as you can see, it's mainly exactly that. It's mainly just more 5th anniversary decorations. Not really much to say. Other than it does look really freaking cool. If I'm going to be quite honest. It actually looks really nice. We'll head into the lanai as well just to get it over with. And this is how it looks. It mainly just looks like this. There's not too much to say outside of that. Like, it's mainly just this. I should really put the table in here, though, for that. Because I know there's a table there. Anyway. I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm not even tired. Anyway, though, it does look like this. There are a ton of banners over here as well. Looks very nice. As you can see, though, this is what it looks like. Looks very nice. And you'll also notice how the trees are updated as well to coincide with this party. Very nice. And there's even more banners over here as well. And even more going into the shed itself. Which also looks like this, by the way. So I hope you guys love it. Heading into the workshop, however, there's even more decorations. Mainly just more banners and more cakes respectively, but even more streamers as well, mainly just to do the little background thing here, which also looks very, very nice. With all that being said, however, that is it for the current backyard. So you guys probably were not expecting this, but the UFO from the Zolzap series is actually updated in this party. Holy frick! This place never gets updated. And here's what I actually did. As you can see, this is what it looks like. It actually looks really nice in here. Yep, that's right. This place is actually decorated for once. Holy frick, it is extremely rare to do that. But I did promise you the entire world's decorated, so yeah. Woo! Boy, it feels good to see this room decorated again for the first time in forever. Probably well over a year, if not more than a year. But yeah, very, very nice. Oh, I forgot to mention that down here is updated as well. I should have shown you that before actually going up there. My bad. Now, I should mention that basically everywhere here is updated, minus the places that are, of course, updated for, of course, you know, the Big Brother Series Farewell Celebrate. So let's start off with the first ever Zol's Lab Blab office, which mainly looks like this on the inside. It's mainly just this. Like, it's mainly just banners, for the most part, and mainly just a cake right here. But mostly for the most part, It's just banners. Next up is the medieval lab office, which, going in here, okay, it's not updated. Now it is! So, as you can see, yeah, I made some updates. Last minute. Very last minute, as you can see, because I just did that now. Thankfully, though, these decorations up here were placed beforehand, which is very good. Unlike the previous building, though, there are no cakes here. But, to be completely honest, that's okay. Next up is the original Zolazab 2 lab office, which mainly just has banners and streamers. No cakes here, though. But that's completely fine, as long as it has banners and streamers. Oh! No! Just for the record, that was not planned at all. I can say at least the rest of the room is updated, though. But regardless, you guys get the idea. This room honestly looks really freaking nice. And honestly, let's move on. Next up is the original Zolazab 3 lab office, which mainly just looks like this. Mainly with just a ton of cakes and banners, as you can clearly see by how it looks here in this particular room. Next up is the rebooted Zolazab 2 lab office, which mainly looks almost exactly the same, minus of course the cakes over here. Like, literally it looks practically the same outside of course, just some banners being slightly different and slightly altered and all that, but yeah, pretty much looks almost nearly identical to the one that we just saw earlier. Like, I'm not kidding, guys. It's mainly almost pretty much entirely identical, so yeah, maybe just some slight changes, but regardless, pretty much exactly the same from what we just saw. Next up is the Icy Zolazab 3 lab office, which also looks like this as well. This actually looks really freaking cool, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, this honestly looks freaking amazing. And like I normally said, also, just like the UFO, these rooms barely get updated nowadays. So it's extremely cool to see them updated for the first time in forever. It's mostly just Halloween that these rooms get updated nowadays, which is actually quite sad if you look at it, actually. Which, actually, I'm not gonna lie, is pretty much the only time these rooms get updated. That's actually sad, man. That's sad. So I decided to finally, you know, get smart and implement them actually being decorated here. Because, you know, we never get to see them decorated nowadays. The last room to be decorated here is the classic Zolazab 2 underground party room. With all that being said, this is what it looks like. There's another number 5 right here made out of diamond with amethyst on the floor as well, representing it. Just like how we saw in the front of the work shed in the village. With all that said, however, this is what it looks like, and it honestly looks really freaking nice. Anyway, there's not too much to say here. It's just more decorations like we've been seeing over the past 42 minutes. Oh my god, 42 minutes. Scratch that. 43. My god, I didn't realize we were going this long. I was not looking. Now it is time to jump into the very special part of this party, which can explain why certain rooms use past anniversary colors in them. Because this is part of the party that we incorporate more items than you probably were ever expecting. That's right. The hat and banner aren't the only items in this party. No. There are 15 other items that are spread across the party that I have not shown you. For one reason. They're all based off of previous anniversaries. They are all custom-made items based off of previous anniversaries that we have seen over the past few years. So why exactly does the White House look like this? Well, if you go inside, it is a custom-made room based off of the first anniversary. Heading up to the top of the lighthouse, we can see that there is a custom-made design based off the first anniversary. However, if you climb up top and go up here, you will find yourself the first anniversary shirt, representing the first anniversary of the world 4 years ago in 2020. Allow me to properly explain. There are custom shirts, banners, and shutters based off of all the previous anniversaries, including the 5th anniversary. So, as we now go through, I will show you all of them in their respective orders. We will go from the shirts, to the banners, to the shutters. And that's how it'll go. And I will also show you the custom-made rooms I made along the way. This is going to be awesome. Let's get into it. Okay, we already technically did, but you get the idea. Let's continue. To specifically clarify to where each item is, all the shirts are located in rooms that were first created after hitting a certain anniversary. For example, the lighthouse was the first ever thing we created in this world, so that's where the first anniversary shirt is located to mark the first ever thing we made in this very world in the first year, on this very day 5 years ago. If you guys recall, the ore mine was the first ever thing created after hitting a year of the world, specifically kicking off the second anniversary. That's why you can see the ore mine is decorated and hosts the second anniversary shirt. Let's put it on, and that is how it looks. The ore mine, like I said, was the first thing we created in the second year of this world. So to represent that, it has been decorated for in the second anniversary decorations to mark the first thing that we made in this world's second year of being around. Honestly, this is extremely clever and a nice way to give out these cool items. They are all located in rooms that were based off of the first creation made after hitting a certain amount of years. For example, since the ore mine was the first one created after hitting a year and kicking off the second year of the world, it specifically looks like this. That is honestly extremely clever and a much better way to clear things up for the rest of these shirts. The Zolzat 3 Kingdoms was one of the first things we created after hitting 2 years, but mainly also kicking off the third year. So, to represent that, as you can see, the third anniversary shirt is located here to mark the first major thing we created in the third year of this very world. Which is why it looks like this. The recreated version of my old house was actually the first thing we created after hitting 3 years and kicking off the fourth year of this world. Now, we technically already had this shirt featured a year ago for the 4th anniversary, but we want to have all shirts here, don't we? So, it's back again. And this is how the room looks, by the way, to represent that. You noticed how earlier this looked like this, and it was mainly to represent this shirt as also the first thing we created in the 4th year of this very world. Lastly but not least, we have the small 2014 village that I made. Almost an entire year ago. So as you can see, it looks like this over here. And this is also where we're going to claim our last shirt item. Let me just clear that. Do that. And now we have the 5th anniversary shirt to go alongside the hats. But of course, that doesn't mean, of course, I still need to showcase these rooms too, which I just realized I probably should have done before showcasing these, although granted it probably would have spoiled exactly what I just showed you. But this is what it looks like in here, by the way. It looks very nice. These rooms don't have much, which is why I'm not going through these too long. Just for the purpose to clarify. And you'll notice how this also is updated like this. And you'll also notice in here, while the PCs may be gone, I forgot to put them back, but this is what it looks like. It actually looks really nice in here. There's not too much to showcase here, which is why I'm going through these rather quickly. However, this next one is quite clever. You'll notice how up here, it has purple here, blue here, and lastly purple here, mainly to represent all colors of the party, which is actually very, very clever. You'll also notice how the 5th anniversary shirt is right behind the torso side, which is actually extremely clever. Heading over here, we have my 2014 house, which looks like this. Heading on inside, it looks like this, which is very, very clever, if I'm going to be quite honest. And up here is also updated as well. So, what do you guys think? This honestly looks really nice. Now, that looks even better. Now, you will clearly notice how the runner goes all the way over here to the campsite, which also means it is decorated as well. So, yeah, that's what it looks like. And honestly, this looks really freaking clever. No, like, personally, this honestly looks really freaking clever for something like this. Like, personally, this looks amazing. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Now it's time to move on to the banners. That's why I couldn't show you this room earlier, because it was specifically saved for this segment of the video. Thankfully, since we already toured all the inside rooms, we only need to tour out here. Speaking of which, let's put these away, because now we're going to be collecting all anniversary banners, starting with the first anniversary hat banner. This is based off of all the previous anniversary hats, and that's what all these banners are based off of. To be specific, let's clarify things once again. The shirts, as you noticed, were located in places that were first created in the said year after hitting a respective anniversary. This time, these banners are specifically located in places that were the last thing we created before hitting a set anniversary. For example, the Legos Island segment of this world was the last thing we created, or at least the last major thing that we created before hitting the first anniversary of this very world. It was the last major project that we made before hitting a year, so that's why it looks like this. So, with all that being said, that's why it looks like this on the outside, and why you didn't see this stuff earlier, because it was specifically saved for this. Which I will also put this on, by the way, in replacement of that, while we are in this room. Looks very nice, though. It looks very, very, very nice. I hope you guys do love this, as it honestly took a lot of time to make this. Personally, it really did take a lot of time, and these hat banners also took a long time. Like I said, though, they are based off of all the anniversary hats, which is actually very clever. And since they are based off of, all places that were the last ones before hitting a set anniversary, this actually makes a lot of sense. And yeah, with all of that being said, there is nothing else to say here outside of the resort, which looks probably the coolest out of all of them. Like, honestly, look how cool this looks. This personally looks amazing. And yeah, anyway, let's move on to the next banner. Next up is the water park, as it was one of the last major creations we did before hitting 2 years. And also the last thing, we did in the second year of the world, before hitting the 2-year anniversary. So, this is what it looks like. And honestly, it looks really, really nice, if I'm going to be honest. I really did a good job with this. Like, personally, do you guys agree that I did a good job? Because honestly, I think I did a good job. Now what we're going to do is go over here and collect the second anniversary banner. Put that on and replace this. That is how it looks. And yeah, what do you guys think of all of this? This actually looks really freaking cool. But yeah, it was one of the last things, if not the last major project we did before hitting 2 years of the world in 2021. So that can explain why it looks like this. Let's move on to the next banner. Next up is the beach, which was not only the last major project we did prior to hitting 3 years, but the overall last thing we actually created prior to hitting 3 years. Because after we created the beach house, the next episode after was the 3rd anniversary. So, definitely yes. So, as you'll notice over here, we have the 3rd anniversary hat banner. Let's pick that up and put it on and replace it with that. That's how it looks. Looks very, very nice. Now, you'll notice how the rest of the room features these banners as well, which is actually very, very cool. What do you guys think? This actually looks really freaking clever. And all of this is decorated in the said anniversary colors based off of the 3rd anniversary in 2022. With the beach being the last thing we did before hitting that said anniversary, which is why it looks like this. Honestly, this is extremely clever. And honestly, something really, really nice. Now, what's actually funny is that the last thing we created before hitting 4 years is literally right here. Yep, the Melon Paradise was the last major thing we created before hitting 4 years in 2023. Which is why the 4th anniversary hat banner is located right here. We'll put that on and replace it with that. Now, that's really funny how the last thing we created before hitting 3 years is right here, and the last thing we created before hitting 4 years is literally right here. They're literally right next to each other. That's actually freaking funny. Anyway, this is how it looks. This honestly looks very freaking cool, and it showcases all the 4th anniversary colors that we saw in last year's party in 2023. This actually is freaking awesome. And yeah, really does show that I did really put a lot of time into this party. Okay, so that burned down, although I think that might have just been because of the fire. So, personally, we could just put the banner up here, because I think that kept burning down. Anyway, that is very, very cool. What do you guys think? Comment down below and tell me what you guys think. And the last major thing we did prior to hitting 5 years was the Sand Village. Hence why it looks like this. And also is why the 5th anniversary hat banner is located here. Let's put that on and replace it with that. Now we officially have all 5 anniversary hat banners, which actually looks really freaking cool. Like you guys know, the Sand Village was the last thing we really created before hitting this 5-year anniversary, which is why it's all decorated like this. Going inside the said rooms, I could have showcased these earlier, but I didn't. That's my fault. Thankfully though, there's nothing actually up here, so just like the previous lodge, we don't need to worry. Heading over here, however, there is more rooms, which meant going in here looks like this. It actually looks really freaking cool. Now, I will need to break this for a second, because, yeah, we have to showcase in here too. I know all the PCs are gone, but I will go ahead and fix those later, off camera. Anyway, the hotel is not updated. I really should put something in there. I might just have to make a whole custom design if I'm going to be quite honest. For all of these rooms, actually. So, anyway. The wilderness is updated as well. Which was... We just did this recently. Like, a week ago. So this is extremely recent. So what do you guys think? This honestly looks really freaking clever. And just very well decorated for this party. Yeah, over here also looks really cleverly decorated for this party. And, yeah. Anyway. Going over here, you may actually notice I did some modifications by making this a little, further out. Like, making this, not as crammed out. Like, you may notice I moved some stuff, and you may notice how over here is slightly closer to the house, because I realized, I just remembered after filming the last video for it, this wasn't as crammed in, so I had to move it here so there's like more space in between the paths. So that is one thing you can notice. The rest of this, though, is exactly the same. Outside of course, the decorations that you see across the town. Heading in here, this is what it looks like. Looks very nice. And yeah. Up here is also decorated, which looks like this as well. So, what do you guys think? Moving on, we have the dance club. Pretty cool. This is what it looks like, by the way. And by the way, this is the first party to have this village decorated after its completion. And we should be seeing more decorations here as time goes on. With all that being said, this is what the clothes shop looks like. Looks very, very nice. Now, the plaza. The plaza is also decorated for this party, which, of course, can see why it looks like this, specifically. It also looks like this here on the inside. Heading over here, there are decorations on the outside as well, this little grass area that I remember putting back then. With all that being said, the feeder area looks like this as well, which actually looks very freaking cool. Honestly, yeah, this is extremely clever. And the restaurant area, okay, there's nothing here. I didn't realize that. But the good news is that there's something in here. Very nice. What do you guys think? Comment down below. And guys, that wraps up all the rooms for this party. In terms of the banners, that is. You see, there's actually a reason these are here. You see, if you hadn't managed to kind of pay attention, there's shutters based off of all the anniversaries. Which can also explain why the cakes look like this, by the way. Yeah, did you guys ever notice this? Well, guess what that means? They're all spread across the yard, which is why it looks like this. This shouldn't take long, as we only have 5 of them to go through, and the rooms based off of them are very short. Kicking off things here with the tree next to the lanai, we have decorations based off the 1st anniversary, with more decorations over here. Now, just to purposely clarify, you'll notice how there's a runner going all across here based off of the 1st anniversary. To be specific, picking this up is the 1st anniversary shutter, which looks like this. This is what the room also looks like for the dirt area, as it's all custom decorations using the 1st anniversary colors. Heading over here to our next room, we have over here, but the shutter is not available here. Instead, it is located over there, which I'll get to in a minute. But this is what the field looks like, and it's based off of all the 2nd anniversary colors from 2021, with also all the cakes, which is actually very clever. Heading over to the time machine, this is where the 2nd anniversary shutter is located. Right here on the time machine tree. Which is very, very clever. And even on the inside, it is also updated for this party, which is actually extremely clever. What do you guys think? Comment down below, because honestly, this is extremely clever. Next up, we have decorations based off the 3rd anniversary, specifically this tree right here, and if you may notice, the pump house itself also has decorations. This is mainly where the 3rd anniversary shutter is located, right here inside the pump house, which also, as you may notice, has a ton of 3rd anniversary themed decorations, but mainly features the shutters all over the place, with the cat cage also being updated. This is also where Peter's spawn egg is now, mainly because of the carpet. Where is Peter, to be exact? Anyway, this is what it looks like. It actually looks very clever in here, and there's cakes all over the place if you haven't managed to notice by now. Yeah, this is actually extremely clever if you haven't managed to notice. And like, yeah, there's cakes all over here. And yeah. You'll notice how the runner goes all the way over to here. Now we kick into the 4th anniversary in 2021, where that, sorry, 2023, where that was in 2022. Now, there is actually, yeah, only like 1 room based off the 4th anniversary, but I did just realize that I did forget 1 room up here. But it's not too much. So what do you guys think? Comment down below, because honestly, this looks very clever, by the way. But there is only 1 room technically based off of the 4th anniversary, which is basically the tree next to the garden. To be exact. Okay, I swear, where the heck are the rest of the cats? Anyway, just to clarify, this is where the 4th anniversary shutter is located, right here. Very, very nice. And this is the decorations that I put based off of the 4th anniversary in 2023. So that's very, very clever. Lastly but not least, guys, we only have 1 more item in this entire party, which is based off of the 5th anniversary. Before heading in there, this is what it looks like on the outside. And you'll notice how the runner is right here, based off of the 5th anniversary of this very world. On the back of the shed, right over here, there's even more decorations, mainly just with all the shutters. Speaking of which, you're probably wondering where the shutter is. Heading inside, this is specifically where it's located. The final item in the overall party, and in fact, the last room in the party. Yep, this is the last room in the overall party. There are no more rooms beyond this point. And I'm actually serious about that. There is no more rooms in this party beyond that point. So guys, there you have it. That is the Legomaster627's Creations 5th anniversary. This party is honestly amazing. You can clearly see how much work went into this party. I am extremely proud of, obviously, because you can clearly see that I'm filming this much earlier than you guys probably were expecting me to. Please note that this did not obviously take place all in one day. Obviously, I want to clarify this took place across multiple days leading up to the anniversary because it was going to be extremely huge. It took a few days to make this party. So that can explain why I'm filming this at the time that I am. Yeah, this took a few days to be exact. So, yeah, anyway, with all that being said, guys, what is your favorite room of the 5-year anniversary party for Legomaster627's Creations? This is honestly my favorite anniversary party I've ever done for this world. It is also the biggest anniversary party that I have ever done for this very world. And I personally don't even know what my favorite room is. Honestly, I just can't get over how good this right here alone already looks. With all that said, though, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode on Monday, August 26th. Happy 5th anniversary, Legomaster627's Creation!